we could all have our dream boyfriend created by AI like with the exact features we want and the perfect looks too. So let me tell you the story. It starts with this lady who, let's be honest, doesn't have much time left. She's spilling all the details of her life, even getting into how she wishes she could have a do-over and live her life differently.
Nice. I can be an archaeologist.
Just as you're reaching for the tissues, bam! Cut to the scene where she's alive, kicking and strutting through the airport on her way to a business trip. You're like,
What? What happened?
next, she's chatting away on the phone with her daughter and mom. And you slowly start piecing it together. Plot twist, this lady isn't alive at all. No, she's as dead as disco. What we're actually seeing is her AI version still hanging around in the lives of her mother and daughter. The kicker? Her daughter has no idea her mom's passed on, and her mom is low-key relieved because, hey, this is the way she doesn't have to fully face the heartbreak of losing her daughter. So you've got this AI mom who's basically living her best digital afterlife, still part of the family. Next, we meet this young woman who would start her day with a call from her boyfriend. All day long, they're either chatting on the phone or FaceTiming, and you think she'd be over the moon, but nope, something's off. She's smiling, but you can tell she's got that "I miss you so much it hurts" vibe going on. You're sitting there thinking, what's the deal? Why so glum? And then it hits you. Oh, it's not just that her boyfriend's up in space, floating around in a spaceship, light years away from her. No, this girl's got some serious heartache going on. Just when you start to wonder if she's about to drop an ultimate long-distance relationship complaint, the big reveal happens. Her boyfriend isn't really on the other end of that call. Turns out, that's his AI version she's been talking to all day. The real boyfriend? He's in coma. And the doctors are pretty much giving him a one-way ticket to Neverland. So here she is, trying to stay connected to him through his digital doppelganger. But all the while, she is wishing she could actually hold him, feel his touch, and not just see him on a screen. At first, Grandma's just thrilled to see him, even if it's through a screen. But then her eyes looked onto his outfit, and let's just say she's not impressed. My grandson is studying abroad and he's wearing that, she thinks to herself. So what does Grandma do? She pulls up the menu on her AI app and decides to give his wardrobe a little upgrade. All of these stories are back to a company that's in the business of selling dreams, literally. They're helping people who lost loved ones forget their grief and go on living just like nothing happened. And the name of this company? Wonderland. Sounds magical, right? At first, everything looks perfect. We've got these 3 key members of the company, and they're doing an amazing job. The business is thriving, and they're making life easier for people who are struggling with loss. It's like a dream come true for everyone involved. But here, where it gets weird, slowly but surely, the lives of everyone who's been using these AI versions of their lost loved ones start to hit a wall. These people find themselves stuck. The very thing that was supposed to make life easier is now turning into a trap. This grandmother, who's starting to feel uneasy about the whole situation, she's really bothered that her granddaughter doesn't know his mom is gone, and then she's been talking to an AI version of her this whole time. Poor kid's entire life revolves around his phone, because that's the only way she can video chat with his mom. Grandma's thinking, how long can this go on? This kid is going to grow up and then what? Still glued to her phone? thinking she's chatting with mom. She can't stand the thought of her being stuck in this fake reality forever. So she makes a tough decision. She's not going to renew their Wonderland subscription. Grandma's plan? To slowly, gently guide her granddaughter back to the real world and help her face the truth. And of course, no more AI mom. Things take a wild turn when the real boyfriend suddenly wakes up from his coma. But instead of jumping back into the life like nothing happened, he's a bit off. He's moody, withdrawn, and just not the same guy he used to be. He started doing things he never done before. Like, who is this guy? Meanwhile, his girlfriend, who's been holding it together all this time, start to notice something unsettling. The AI version of her boyfriend is, well, a lot more perfect. The more time goes on, the more she finds herself drawn to the AI version, slowly but surely. She starts to push the real boyfriend away and turn to the AI one for comfort and conversation. The real boyfriend starts to get suspicious. Who is she always talking to? He wonders, is she cheating on me? Desperate to figure out what's going on, he tries to get closer to her. But the more he tries, the more she distances herself. Then, in a dramatic moment of realization, he discovers that his competition isn't some guy, it's an AI version of himself. The poor guy is now caught in a bizarre love triangle with himself as his own rival. So here's the kicker. Everyone eventually figures out that dealing with the grief of losing someone and going through that whole life after loss phase is just a part of life. It's something we have to accept and work through. Combining the world of AI with the real world, especially when it's presented as a reality, can be a bit of mixed bag. It can be really helpful, but it's not without its pitfalls. Imagine blending AI and real life, like mixing oil and water. Sometimes it just works smoothly, but if you know how to use it properly and in moderation, it can be pretty darn useful. So the lesson is clear. AI can't replace the real human experience of grief and healing, but it can be a tool if used wisely. And that's the moral of the story. Balance is key. Use AI where it helps.
那今天晚上睡觉之前还能给我读3本书吗？
But remember that some things like dealing with loss are just part of human experience we've got to navigate with heart and soul.